Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Islamic Defense Podcast. So a few days ago, I saw a very interesting video on YouTube, and basically I went to this torrent site, and on that site I saw a very interesting trailer of a documentary. Now this documentary was made by a bunch of queer Muslim, I think, and they lived in the UK. Now unfortunately I can't remember the name of the documentary. So when I saw this documentary, what I found absolutely disturbing is that the documentary was basically promoting homosexuality among Muslims.
Oh, hell no.
And you guys know how we feel about that. But so the documentary was basically covering an incident that happened in the UK. So in case you guys don't know, so in the UK recently, a basically Muslim majority school, the teachers were teaching the kids, or they were introducing a kind of like a course or something like that, and they were basically teaching kids about homosexuality. And then the parents became really angry and they protested. And this is a major news. This was covered in many international media and news outlet. I think people were really surprised that Muslims are protesting LGBTQ. But anyway, so basically what's interesting is that what happened was that basically there was, and in the documentary or the trailer of the documentary, it shows that one Muslim guy, wearing the whole turban and with beard, and he had a kid in front of him, and he was pointing at him and saying that this kid doesn't even know what sex is, and he's being taught about homosexuality, about sodomy. So how is this fair? And he was right. Because kids that age shouldn't know what sex even is, let alone sodomy or oral sex. And one of the guys who was making the documentary got really triggered. And he was gay himself, I think. Anyway, so basically he got really triggered, and he started a debate with the Muslim guy, and he got really heated. And at one point, the gay Muslim was saying that this other guy who was wearing a turban is a homophobe, and the other guy was shocked, and he was like, how am I a homophobe? I don't hate homosexuals. I just don't want my children to be forced into I don't want my children to be brainwashed. How does that make me a homophobe? And then the guy says, and this is interesting, and listen to this. So the guy says that a homophobe is what we decide a homophobe is. Okay?
That don't make no sense.
So this is interesting for a number of reasons. So basically, the LGBTQ community is describing homophobia to anyone who doesn't agree with whatever they do. Okay, which is interesting. If we oppose anything a gay person do, that is not homophobic. But that was not the definition. See, the earlier definition of homophobia was that you're phobic to a homosexual person or something like that, right? It's interesting how it went from simply being not liking gay people to, if we don't let our kids be brainwashed by LGBTQ propaganda, then now we're homophobes. The slippery slope fallacy is quite bizarre. So since they have already decided that we're homophobes for not agreeing with them, I figured I should make a video on this. And I want to address all the LGBTQ community and all the quote-unquote Muslim gay people out there. Look, we don't hate you. As a certified homophobe, we don't hate you, okay? We don't hate you. What we do have issues with is sodomy. Sodomy is prohibited in Islam. It is. Like there's no debate about this. It is prohibited. Now it's interesting because oral sex is prohibited even between husband and wife. So basically what it boils down to is that oral sex is not permitted. Oral sex or sodomy is not permitted, and it's not permitted whether it's between a husband and wife in oral sex, or whether it's between a man and a man. It's just not accepted in Islam. So it's not like some kind of prejudice against gay people or something like that. And there are many fatwas that says that husband and wife cannot perform oral sex. Same way, man and man can have oral sex. That's the point here. The point is not that we hate you because you have these urges. That's not the argument here. The argument is that sodomy is bad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited it. Prophet Lut alayhi salam worked really hard to rid the society of this disgusting practice. And that's the point. If you're a Muslim, you have to respect that, and you have to restrain yourself from that. And some may say, well, how do you and the thing is that this is fallacious to say that just because you feel a certain way, therefore you're justified in acting that way. This is a naturalistic fallacy, right? I mean, just because I feel a certain way doesn't mean I have to act that way, and that's the point. But that doesn't mean we're out to get you, or we're homophobes. And that's the point. And I find it really shocking. And there's another documentary I saw. It was also about another quote-unquote Muslim gay person, and he was basically saying how hard and difficult it is. And
this is Jared. He fell in love with
Sean. Fell in love with you from the moment I met you.
but Jared's family refused to attend their wedding.
Who I am. This is the day where I became who I am. I know I'm gay and a Muslim, and I'm so proud of it.
I get married to a man and automatically I'm not a Muslim anymore.
I wanna send a message directly to the brother, because he still says that he's a Muslim, and this is the same message I send to all gay people, or people who feel attraction to the same sex. Look, when you're following a religion, it's gonna be difficult, okay? Because our purpose is not to be happy in this life. Our purpose is to be happy in the afterlife. So when you're living your life, you will face a lot of difficulty, okay? You will, and that's the point, because we're not supposed to be happy. Like, this world is not heaven, okay? This is a test for us, so we have to persevere. But if you choose this life and do sins like sodomy and other and alcohol and these things, this is not gonna help you, okay? And the thing is that, okay, fine, if you cannot help yourself or something like that, and you do it in private, and you don't make it public and try to justify it, say that you can be a Muslim and gay, then that's one thing. But the thing is that you have to acknowledge that it's wrong. But the problem becomes, these people are not even acknowledging that this is wrong. You have all this Muslim, like quote unquote politicians promoting this, like Ilhan Omar and whatnot. And I think this is really disturbing. And I usually don't talk about social issues like this, but I genuinely do feel like this is something that needs to be addressed. And especially because that another documentary I saw was the quote unquote the guy who says that he's a Muslim and he married another man. He says that he's a Bengali. So this is personal for me now. And I saw another Bengali sister, and she also married another girl in America, I think.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
And I don't know why. What is it with Bengalis losing their mind when they go to the West? Okay, you're making us look bad. Us Bengalis look bad. When people look, I understand they don't have the Bengali roots, or same things for other countries as well. But it just made me even more upset, because I know that things like this will not fly in this country. So which is why again I think I needed to make this video. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end this, and this is the message I want to send to anyone who had this urge, that look, it's okay if you have these urges, but you cannot practice it. That's it. This doesn't mean we hate you. It just means that we want what's best for you in the afterlife, not in this life. And yeah, it may be difficult, but it's best to listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than to listen to people or your own desires. And yeah, this is the message that I wanted to send, and this is the message I want to send the fellow Bengali brother who have fallen into this sin. Look, I don't hate you, okay, but you should think about the afterlife, not this life. So you should refrain from practicing sodomy, and whether you listen to me or not is up to you. But regardless, with that I want to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. And recently YouTube has been acting very weirdly. I noticed that within the last few days I lost like 8 subscribers or something like that. So you know, in case you guys are not seeing my videos or stuff like that, please do subscribe, because YouTube is deleting my subscribers. I don't know why. And if you guys like my content, then please consider becoming a patron. And with that I want to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.